In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to use a lot of the different parts of your site, and we'll just kind of walk through how to make updates and edits, and we'll get logged in and kind of show you what it looks like in the back end and kind of how to take care of different updates that you're looking to make on the site. So first things first, you got to get logged in. So you got to add /wp-admin to the end of URL. Here you'll put in your username and password that we've given you, and this will get you logged in. If you need those logins again, just let us know. You can save your password so that it remembers it and you don't have to keep remembering it. If you ever want to update your password, that's done down here under users. You can find your username and edit your password right here. So we'll go to the dashboard that you first get to when you come in. So this stuff over here isn't super important. What I'm going to walk you through is over here in this left-hand dashboard, this black column. So we're going to work our way down through these items, go through the ones that are most pertinent, and skip over some things that don't really require much editing. I also like to keep another tab open just so I can see what's going on the front end as I make edits and changes. So first things first, under updates, you can update plugins or WordPress themes anytime you would like. That's all located here. If you see that there are updates, you can click update. We take care of this for you on a regular basis. You can basically forget that this exists, never look at it, and that would be fine. We take care of this for all of our clients. I just like to point out what it is. Up next is posts. I don't think this is currently in use on your site. It's just a place where you can start writing blogs if you're interested in doing such a thing. If you want to set that up, just let us know. It might require a little bit of extra styling, but right here, right now, you're not currently using that, so we'll just skip past this. Under media, this is your media library, and you are going to use this. This will be used for images, but it will also be used for PDFs. So when you update the specials on your specials page, they'll have to be added to this media library. So you can find the media library from pages, from other functionality here in the dashboard, but it's also located right here if you want to just add your media through right here. So you can either drag them or you can click select and select from anywhere here. So you'll drag and upload new files, and then you can see in the library that each file I can click on. So for example, this is one of your ads. If I click on this, it's going to take me to a page that has a little bit more information about this piece of media. From here, I can copy this URL. So I've copied it, and now if I want to open another tab, I can paste it, and it's going to take me directly to this PDF that's online. So this is housed on your website. Same is true with images. When you upload images, they also have a unique URL that is housed on your website. You can copy that here. Again, paste it in another tab, and it'll take you right to that image. It's not as useful for images, but when you start adding PDFs, it will become useful. So I just wanted to make sure you knew where that was. Within the images, you can also crop them. You can adjust the sizing on them if you want to. That can be done through edit image. Again, you may not need to ever do this, but you can crop, rotate, those types of things all through here. That's where that's located. You can kind of play around with that. If you run into questions, you can let us know. You just want to make sure you click update if you make any changes, and click save here if you make any changes. Both have to be clicked when editing files. You can't really edit the PDFs once they're uploaded, but that's just kind of where everything is housed. Under forms, I think we might have one form on the site for you all on this contact page. No, looks like we're not using a form, so we can kind of just skip over that. Some people use forms to have people, create entries or, get in touch with people. If you want to start using a form, let us know. We can walk through that with you and get one set up for you and kind of show you how to do that. But right now, you just have your contact info on there, which is totally fine. Up next is pages. This is where a lot of your content is going to be. So let's start with the home page, and then we'll move to some of these internal pages, including the specials page. So on your home page, you'll notice that each part of your home page is kind of like a section. So you can see how these things are sectioned off. And so each section is going to have its own section within the home page. So at the top, you can see there's a short code here for the Revolution slider, which is creating this set of images, and I'll show you how to edit these in just a moment. But the copy right here that's located here can be edited in this little section here. You move on down to the next section, and you can see these images that are located here. So these have a little bit of styling added to them. So if you do need to edit these, I would just maybe reach out to us if you do have issues with it, but it's through a gallery. So if you click on it, you can see this little pencil and it will take you to the gallery. You can change the addresses here. You can upload and add new photos to the gallery. I'm not going to mess with this one, but I'll show you how to do it on some of the other ones where it's a little bit more pertinent. I doubt you'll be updating this anytime soon, but if you need help with that, let us know. Then under Explorer Departments, you can see again there's short code, and this gives me the clue that we're not actually editing these buttons on the homepage through the homepage. We'll actually edit them through another option over here in the dashboard. So we're looking for this home buttons thumbtack, and that's where we'll edit that little section. So that's basically everything on the homepage. Basically, the only thing you would edit here is this copy, most likely. All the other stuff is located elsewhere. So if you do edit that copy or make any changes, you'll just want to be sure to click update. So if I go back to all pages, I can go to this specials page that we currently have as a draft. This is where that PDF information is going to come into play. So let's say I want to update this specials page. So I'm going to go ahead and open the page in another tab so that I can look at what it looks like from the front end. Okay, so I've got my specials page here. And then I've got buttons to print the page. So if I want to add a new PDF, what I'm going to do is go to Add Media. It's the same Add Media button you saw before, it's just in a different place. I'll click Upload Files, and here I'm going to drag and drop my PDF file, and it'll show up in the media library. Then I'll grab the PDF, I'll select it, then come here to find that URL, and I've got it copied. Now I can paste it right here. So you can see the URL. This is the URL that was in use before. So you can see that PDF embedder URL equals, and then what's in quotations right here is going to be where you paste this new URL. Title equals add example to. You don't need to add anything there. I'll just paste. So I'll actually delete it and then paste it. That'll be better. So you'll just want to highlight it. The best way to do it would be delete it and then paste your new URL. Same thing goes with these sections here. So these are hyperlinked. When I click on them, I'll click on this pencil and I'm going to get rid of this and I'm going to paste my new URL and apply. Same here. Click the pencil, going to get rid of the URL, paste, and apply. Once I make those changes, I want to come over here and click publish, or you can save it as a draft if you're not ready to publish it yet. If I click save draft, then I can look at this preview page, refresh it, and look and see if it looks okay. So that's where your specials page is, how that's going to be edited. If you are ready to publish it, you can go ahead and click publish, and then I'll show you in a minute how to add that page to your menu if you'd like to add it to your menu. So let's take a look at one or two. I'm not going to save the changes. I'm just going to we'll just leave it as is. I don't need to keep those changes. I want to look at one or two other internal pages just to show you kind of how they're set up. So we'll go to the parts and service page. Again, this page is kind of set up in sections the way the home page was similarly. So there's a featured image up here. We've got a little bit of a gallery here, some content here, and then another gallery essentially down here. So the featured image is located down here. If I want to remove this image, I can click remove image. If I want to grab a new one, I just click on it and I can upload a new file, or I can select one that's already in the media library. If I want to crop the featured image to try to make it fit in the space better or look differently, that can be done here. Obviously, if you make it super small, it's gonna get a little bit grainy, so you'll just want to be careful, but you can crop and save that. Then for these images that we have up top, again, if you select them and click this little pencil button, what you can do is you can rearrange the items here. You can caption them, or I can add images to this gallery by uploading or selecting from the media library. So I can add an image to the gallery, put it wherever I'd like, I can get rid of an item from the media gallery. I can choose how many columns I want it to be in, so I can choose how it'll look. If you wanted to do 2 columns with 2 on top and 2 on bottom, you could do that. Right now we have them linked to the media file and they're in a medium size. So all that can be adjusted. If you make any changes, you'll just want to click Update Gallery, and then you'll also need to click Update Page over here. Again, you can edit the copy through here. This is going to be a similar idea to Microsoft Word or a word processor. You can bold, italicize, you can change the size of the text, bullet number, you can align it however you would like, you can hyperlink. It's the same idea that we were doing with the PDFs, but you can put any link in there. It doesn't have to be a media link. It could be a link to an external site or to a page within your site. So if I click link options, it'll pull up all my different pages and I can choose a page and I can link a whole section. If I want to remove it, I can remove it. And then if you scroll down here, this is our section with the logos. It's the same idea. It's a gallery where I can add or I can rearrange and I can change the number of columns and such. The only difference with this section is that you can see it's got a gray background. So for this section, if you go into background, I've selected a gray color. If you want to change this, it can be dragged or you can paste a color code here. If I wanted an image in the background, I can set an image in the background, any image from the media library. It's taking a minute to load, but you can select any image from the media library and put it back there. That is what's done on the home page. So here you can see there's a background image and a color overlay on this section on the home page. So if you add an image, select a color, and then if you make it a little bit opaque, you'll be able to see through the through the overlay and see the image come through. So I don't want to do that right now. Let me reload the page, remember the color. So I'll show you how that's done. So let's say we want to do a darker color, want to make it a little bit transparent. So then I'll show you on the front end what this page will look like. So obviously it doesn't look great here. That's why we don't have it set up that way, but that's what it would look like. So you can kind of get that idea for that. So I will go ahead and get rid of this, put the color back that we were using, and click update. But I just wanted to show you how that was done. So that's basically the same idea for all the internal pages. So that's how that's going to work. And if you run into questions, just let us know. But I'm going to keep moving on and we'll talk about home buttons next. Comments are disabled, so we don't have comments on anything on your site, but we'll talk about home buttons. Those are the buttons that are obviously on the home page right here. So these will all be edited through this little dashboard item here. So if I click on one, if I want to edit them, all you have to do is edit the title, edit where it links to, and then add a file. So again, I can upload or choose from the media library whatever image I want. So you can edit any of these or you can add a new one, and it's the same idea. You would just give it a name, give it a link to a page on your site, and click add file, and then select any image and you can link to any page on your site. Obviously, if you add a 7th item, there's going to be one kind of outlier here since you have an even 6, but you're more than welcome to add to that. Moving on down, WP Bruiser, we want to leave that on your site. It just kind of helps prevent a lot of spam or threats on your site. Genesis is your theme. Appearance is the next thing of interest. You'll want to make sure you look at widgets and menus here, and widgets are kind of just the logo, so your logo's here if you ever need to change that out. And then in the footer, you have those 2 locations. If you need to edit or change out this photo, you can do that here. You can also edit your hours here. So if you need to edit any of this copy, that's located in the very bottom footer of your page, of your site. That information is going to be under appearance, widgets, and then you've got to come over here and find the footer, and you'll just click save if you make any edits. Menus is also under appearance, and again, probably not going to make a ton of edits here, but if you want to rearrange anything, this can be rearranged. You can change the label on there if you'd like. You can make sub-menu items if you'd like. And if you decide to add that new page, you would just find it over here, whatever new page you have, click add to menu, and then make it a sub-menu item wherever you would like it to go. The thing is, you've got already 7 items here, so adding any more, it's going to get a little bit crowded. So I would suggest making it a sub-menu item if you can, or making something else, one of these, a sub-menu item of another one, so that you don't get too crowded up here in the top and then it gets kind of smushed. If you want to link to an outside site, you can also do that through custom links, pasting a link here, giving it a title, adding it to the menu, and rearranging it how you'd like. Then you'll just click Save Menu when you're done, just like with anything else. Plugins, you're welcome to add new plugins to your site. If you have questions or want to add something, aren't sure about it, just let us know. We can definitely help with that. Under users, this is going to be where you can edit your password. So I'm not going to click on it because when I click on it, unfortunately, from this end, it's going to show our password. I don't know why it does that, so I haven't been doing that in training videos lately, but if you click on this, you'll just scroll down to where password is and readjust it there. And you can also add new users here by doing the same thing, and all you need is an email and you'll have to give a username, those kinds of things. But you can add a second admin role if you'd like through here. Basically, you're going to skip over everything else because these aren't really items that you have to update to keep your site updated. There's nothing here that you need to really know about. It's kind of just stuff that's a part of the site that isn't edited. The only other thing to look at is slider revolution, and like I said on the home page, that's what's making this carousel a set of images. So we'll just go look at this and click that little pencil. And if you want to add additional images, you can see that there's different slides here. I can select this, and I'm going to go to slide options here and go to media library, and I'm going to select a new image, and I can switch it out. If I like that, I'll click save right down here. If I don't like it, then you can undo it, or you don't have to. You can click undo, or you can always duplicate a slide here. So this option right here means to duplicate it. And then I can start adding more and more photos there if I'd like. So I've duplicated the slide, and now there's 2 of these, so I can just go ahead and edit this one and then give it a new image. If I want to make a slide invisible, I can click this eye. It's going to make it invisible. If I want to, you don't really need to worry about settings. If I want to get rid of it, which I do, then we'll click delete because we don't want that extra image there. But that's how you edit those, and you'll just click save if you make any changes. And that's pretty much it. So that'll take you through most of the edits on the site, and that'll definitely get you started. If you end up having any questions or there's something you can't quite figure out, please let us know. But hopefully this will get you a great running start on making edits and keeping up with your site.